You're too far forward. Here, let me move you backwards a little.
Okay.
Alright, there.
There you go.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Do you want to spin around or something?
No.
You want to go see George.
George, right here. You're there. That's as far as you can go.
Yeah, we see George.
That's me.
George.
It's your son.
Yeah.
Remember when George got in trouble?
I didn't get in trouble. That was a good one. Remember Albion?
It's Howard.
Remember Albion, your brother?
Yes.
Lived in Salisbury, was a minister. You remember him?
Yes.
We would go from Florida to Prince Edward Island, stop in Salisbury and see him. Go to church, you know, he had 25 people there. We showed up and made it 31.
Oh.
Small church. He was a Assembly of God. He was a holy roller. Albion. Lived in Salisbury, Maryland.
Yeah.
Salisbury?
Salisbury, yeah. We used to go from Florida to Canada, and this was before 95 was built. We would go Route 1.
Oh, yeah.
All the way up to Maine into Canada. And we would stop and see Albion, her brother, in Salisbury.
And it smelled like chickens.
Well, it wasn't as bad as it is now, but yeah. But it was still, we would go there and he had such a small little church. And he was in charge and they had 25 people and it would show on the wall. 25 people were here last week. Then we were there and I guess there was 6 of us, 4 boys, my mom and dad. And it would say, we got 31 today. I'm going, yeah, 25 last week, it's us 6. 31 people and that was his church. He was in charge.
Yeah.
Did you getting this?
Yeah, he had a little business. He was a minister. She had a big family, 11 brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Dorothy.
And then she had another brother named
Dorothy's
Howard.
your sister, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dorothy's your sister?
Yes.
Charlottetown's the capital of Prince Edward Island. We went to visit one time, and we were with Howard, her brother. Very successful businessman, like one of the richest people in Canada. He owned a whole city block in Charlottetown, the capital. We were in the high rise or something. They were building. They was talking construction, and my dad, he owns the whole block.
If you're successful in Canada, does it count?
Well, he got like, he was honored as like extremely powerful person.
Yes.
And his daughter was, what was his daughter name? Faye or something?
Oh, you're close.
Faye was his wife, I guess. Yeah, no, I am close. But anyway, he died and left the money to his daughter, who was living in Toronto or something.
Yeah.
And they would all come visit us.
Yes. And we were always glad to see them.
Oh, it's great. He was just a wonderful person.
That's Uncle Howard?
He's dead. Yeah, that was the oldest of the sons. And he never graduated. He might not even graduate from high school, but he started a business and had plumbing and a store and this and that, and got into real estate. Extremely wealthy. Really, big time money.
And that's who Howard J. was named after.
Howard was named after. We would visit, and he had like land where you would visit, and we would go fishing. He owned everything on the land. Like we would be eating trout and streams. He owned the whole thing. We would sit there on his property and eat and just enjoy everything. It was wonderful.
Yes.
It was a good memory. And then they had boats and stuff. We'd go water skiing.
Yeah.
Howard and Wallace. Wallace died at 44. Had a heart attack.
Wow.
She had another brother, extremely popular. He took over the farm. My mom grew up on a farm with all these 11 brothers and sisters. And Oliver took over the farm. We would come stay. But at 30 years old, Oliver died of a brain hemorrhage. And they didn't have any hospitals in Prince Edward Island. So far, this is 1960. They had to take him to Halifax, where I was born, and he died there. Mom went from Florida all the way to Canada to the funeral and stopped and picked up Albion in Salisbury. And they all went up to the funeral. It was like the whole island, which is a province, but they all knew Oliver. And when they went by, people would be out in the fields and like bow their heads. You remember Oliver?
Oh, yes.
He was one of the young. Mom was like the second youngest, and Oliver was maybe the third youngest. But everybody loved him. He was a wonderful guy.
Yes.
And
He
then
was 30.
she had a sister, Alice, who married
Milton.
Milton. And Milton was the county sheriff. And we would go down there, and my cousin, I'd get in the car with my cousin. Howard, his name was Howard too. Everybody named their kids Howard. Howard Rogerson. And he would, up and down these country roads, everybody had farms. He'd be going like 100 miles an hour. You have dust all up in the air. He goes, "You better slow down, Howard. You can take my dad is the sheriff. Nobody's going to do anything to me." And yeah, his dad was the sheriff, and nobody's going to do anything to him. We could speed. We do whatever we wanted. And they'd just laugh. Milton Rogerson was the sheriff of the county. But her family was like big and popular. Somebody. And you had a school. They taught school where it was right across from her farm. And you'd have the same kids in class from 1st grade through 10th grade. And
Yeah.
what's her name? Arthur's mother taught you elementary.
Yes.
Arthur had a wife who looked like Mom. We'd go up there and she was maybe 10 or 15 years younger than Mom, but they would stand together and go, "God, they look like twins."
Well, they was, Elsie was...
Elsie. She's following the conversation. It's Elsie married Art Cameron.
Right.
And Art Cameron's
Was a pilot.
mother, right, was a school teacher who taught Mom. So Mom liked that Elsie was marrying her school teacher's son. And Art became a pilot, Air Canada. Real successful. And Elsie was a nurse.
We met them at.
They were at Herb's funeral, right.
And of course the church, and we got their congregation increased. And God knows who was, there was, there was just suffice it to say that the boys were,
We would go up there, and my dad would visit his like relatives in nursing homes like this. And I was like 10 years old, and Dad was like passing out $5 bills into old relatives. He was like rich compared to these people who lived on farms. And so he had a big influence on these people who lived on farms.
Who, Cecil?
Cecil. We would come up there, and we drove up like 3 weeks off. He got paid vacation. We had weeks off. So we went on vacation for 3 weeks. Went to Canada, and he gave out money to these people in nursing homes who were relatives. And like my cousin Howard Rogerson's son, he became a professor at the University of Florida. Wallace's daughter, he had two. One became a lawyer who handled Mom and Dad's property in Canada. They had some land on the water. But the other daughter became a CPA, and she's of Apple Computer in San Francisco. She lives in a couple $1 million homes in San Francisco as a CPA for Apple Computer. She's big. Joanne, right. Joanne and her sister. Yeah, you know. And you met Joanne at Herb's funeral, too.
And didn't
I met Joanne
Joanne
before that,
come
didn't I?
to the
Reunion,
reunion
yeah.
in Colorado?
That's where we met.
Yeah. Joanne, her husband, I can't think of her husband's name. He was something to do with computers.
Joanne and Grandma were close.
Yeah, Joanne was, but Joanne's sister really looked after Mom and Dad. Like, I mean, they had property, and when they had sold the property, Mom and Dad gave her money, extra money, I think, just because they protected her, like family. Good people.
she was family.
Yeah, I mean,
Who?
well,
Joanne.
and I can't think of Joanne's sister.
Joanne was family, wasn't she?
Well, she was niece. Mom
She
and
is your
Dad.
family.
Mom and Dad
It's her
only had
niece.
4 boys,
Grandma's niece.
so they're always looking for a daughter. And these 2 girls were just special to Dad. He just loved them. And Michael, Joanne's father, and my dad, they would drink beer together. His name was Michael Doyle. They were like best
Mike
friends.
Doyle.
Yeah,
Mike D.
they were like best friends. They would drink beer all the time together. And Dad felt terrible when he died.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah. That was.
Uh-oh. Where are you trying to go, Grandma?
She has a whole life here, life story. Interesting.
I'm going to back you up, all right? You want to be backed up?
Yeah.
All right, let's go back. And then where you want to go?
To the home for